Hey, I'm Tiffany, and I am a recovering conference junkie. Why, you may ask. I have been to conferences over the past 6, 7 years from my state, throughout my county, and cross state. Because I hunger for knowledge, education. I'm committed to being a lifelong learner, and I want to do my best in what it is that I say I do. So I'm always hungry for new knowledge, and at many times I have invested in certain conferences, no matter the price point. I've upgraded, I've purchased a VIP, and I've been disappointed more times than I like to even mention. So I really have been just over attending conferences because when I attended, it was the same information that I learned from the host and their guest on social media already. It just felt like they were talking about the same things they always talk about on their YouTube channels, their podcasts. It just didn't feel like anything was fresh. I've attended conferences where I felt like they were just selling and pitching the whole time. Every time they had you raise your hand or say yes, they want you to run to the back of the room to sign up for their next program. None of them really feel, majority of them ever really felt authentic. And so most recently, I went to Traffic Sales and Profit, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should not attend that conference either. Okay. And I have notes. The first is you should not attend TSP. The next one is coming up in 2025. I think they have it every year or every 6 months. You should not attend TSP if you don't want to get uncomfortable. I don't care where you are in business. I don't care if you're just starting. I don't care if your business or organization is at its initial phases with you just having the idea, or if you are a veteran in the entrepreneurial space. If you are comfortable, do not attend. If you don't want to feel like a small fish in a big sea, don't attend. Let me tell you, TSP is a whole different ball game. I don't care what game plan or playbook you have been working out of, you are going to feel uncomfortable, period. Okay. Secondly, I wrote notes for you all. Secondly, do not attend if you're not ready to maximize your time. The conference is 3 days, and you are going to be up, moving, shaking, and rocking for those 3 days. Okay. And I'm an introvert. So for me to walk into a room and people line dancing at 7:50 in the morning, I was like, what is going on? And prior to attending, they do share the agenda with you. I was like, okay, they're talking about we're gonna be in session from 9 to 5 or no, 8 or something like that. Whatever. No, it's for real. Doors open at a certain time, program starts at a certain time. You're in there until lunch. You resume after lunch. You take a dinner break and you go back after dinner. So I believe we were walking out at like 9 p.m. So if you are the type of person that like to go to conferences where you just hang out in the city or just shop, don't spend your time going to TSP because it is power packed with information, and you need to be present the whole time that you are there. You need to be present the whole time you are there. Have your body in the building, have your mind ready to go. You need to be there. The third reason why you should not attend TSP is if you are not ready to move and shake. Aside from the dancing, they have a live DJ. First of all, what conference has a live DJ? I'm not talking about no scripted music. I'm not talking about no music whispering out of the speakers of somebody's PowerPoint presentation. A whole live DJ, child, and playing bangers. Okay. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me in my stories, because he was playing old school songs. Like, so yeah, it was cool. it's a party, but more than that, it's a community. And when go back to saying that you're going to feel uncomfortable if you're not in the TSP family, if you're not any of their programs, Propel, Mastermind, I think there's another one above Mastermind, you're going to feel like a fish out of water. Like it was my first time attending. I barely knew Lamar. I knew, like, I've seen this picture. I didn't know of his wife, Ronnie. Like, I didn't know anybody. I just saw the ads. I was like, let me just go. No, I don't think I booked my ticket and my air flight, and I purchased my ticket literally a week and a half before the event. And I kept going back to the website, like, oh, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna sell out. If it's sold out, Lord, it's not for me. So you're going to feel, if you're not currently in the TSP family, you're going to feel a little uncomfortable in that way because it is a community. And it's great because many of them do business together or they're just partnered through the membership programs or through their online community, their Facebook group, and so forth. So when they get to see each other in person, it's really cool. And you can tell that these people have been, connected online. And it's almost like it is a family reunion. So do know that. So if you want to be the who's who, and if you want everybody to bow at your feet, TSP is not a place for you. Even if you buy a VIP ticket, like one thing I noticed is that everyone is equally treated, equally loved, equally respected. So yeah. And four, the fourth reason, did I say fourth? The fourth reason that you should not attend TSP. Okay. If you don't like chicken, that's okay, but you're gonna get a whole lot of nuggets. I kept hearing people say nugget, nugget, and I was like, what? It was even to the point Damon John was one of the speakers, and someone yelled nugget, and he looked like what? Because I think Damon thought they said something else. And Lamar had to pause in the midst of everyone's laughter. Lamar had to pause and explain to him what that means. So, in their community, if someone drops a gem, something that you resonate with, something that, stepped on your toes and made you a little uncomfortable, you yell out, nugget. So I was like, what? What? But honey, by day two, I was like, nugget. So be prepared for that. It's really cool. And five, I think the most important reason to not attend TSP. This is just warning for you to let you know, give you a heads up. And this is the most profound, but I said unapologetically, if you do not like Black excellence, TSP is not for you. Okay. Do you have to be Black to attend Traffic, Profit, and Sales? No. Okay. There were people of different ethnicities in the room. All right. But it is you know, a conference for Black entrepreneurs. Like we need that space, but anyone is welcome to attend. But it's really like Black excellence on a different level. Black excellence expounded. You're going to be around educated individuals. They are enlightened, they are economically sound. I remember having lunch at one of the restaurants across the street, sitting at the bar because it was like open seating. I was like, you know what, sit at the bar, get your food quick. I could get out because again, I'm an introvert. I needed that lunchtime to reset and just like not talk to anybody. But the bar was filling up quickly. There were two gentlemen that needed a seat. So I moved over one, another young lady moved over one to her left. I moved to my right. And so just chopping it up, kind of find out that the man is a whole physician, wrote a book. I jumped on Amazon, got his book. There are not just six-figure earners in the room, there are seven-figure earners, eight-figure earners, and you wouldn't know who's who. You wouldn't know who the physician is. You would not know who the eight-figure earner is. Everybody's just everybody. But to be in that room and experience that and see that and just listen to the stories, the 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 pivotal shift really is being in the atmosphere, being in that environment, and understanding what mindset you have to adapt. That is so important. And can I add the Black families, like the Black love that's in the room? Like, how many conferences do you go to with educationally sound, successful Black married entrepreneurs? And there were families, so you have married couples with their children are there, their children are engaged. There's even a section carved out in the conference for children entrepreneurs. So, like, come on, like, where do you find that at? So, to help you prepare for TSP, should you like to attend? Here are some tips. Again, me have been, my first experience there. I'm a very logistical person. I like systems and structure. And I will say kudos to the team because check-in was seamless. That's one thing that sets the experience and sets the tone if you are thinking about having a conference workshop of any manner. You want check-in to be seamless. When I tell you that we received email alerts before the conference, they use a conference app they help us navigate throughout the conference. If there were any announcements or updates that we needed, we received those through the app. There were meetup groups during the conference. So if there was a break, there was a meetup group of different topics. So it was a great way to network because do you know some people will invite you to their conference, they will sell their tickets, and they don't want you to network and mingle with the other people who are attending. I have been in a Facebook group where the host of the group, this person also hosts conferences. Networking and connecting was prohibited. I remember there being some individuals in that group who wanted to be accountability partners. The person found out and shut it down. So I appreciate Lamar and Ronnie for allowing us to network. So here's some tips to prepare for TSP. Should you like to attend? You should. First is follow all their social platforms. I'll link their social platforms below this video, but just start to follow. See for yourself. Click on the hashtag TSP Live 2024. That's the most recent. I believe TSP Live 2023 is there, but click on the hashtag so you can see the experience, not just from traffic profit sales platforms, but go check out everybody else's experience and searching through and looking at the content through that hashtag will help you see for yourself. Secondly, register for early bird. So those of us that attended the conference had an opportunity to purchase our ticket for the 2025 conference. That window has expired, but early bird tickets will be available soon. So follow their social platforms. If there's an email list, subscribe so that you can, hop on the early bird train. Reserve your room at the location. They told us too. Well, the room block was sold out when I decided to go. Like I told you all, I found out about TSP prior to like 2 months, 2 weeks prior to. So of course the room block was sold out. But I say register, get your room at the location, really because you don't want to be Ubering back and forth. The hotel is situated in a place where you can walk to eat, walk to shop. Everything you need is right there. If not in the hotel, steps away, feet away. Stay there. And then it's like a whole party afterwards. Like I don't know. Like I felt weird. Like although it ended at 9, the party didn't stop. And it felt kind of weird. Like I did, let me be honest, I did want to go back to my hotel room just to decompress. But, when I'm getting in my Uber, I'm looking at everybody chilling, you know, in the lobby, and I thought it was kind of cool too. And I would just want to say shout out to the hotel because it's like they understand TSP and they've been hosting TSP for a few years. They embraced the community. Some hotels want you to, oh, be quiet. No, they understand when TSP coming, it's all the way live. Okay, so stay on location. I would say arrive 1 to 2 days before the conference. You want to get settled in. As I told you all, like I took an early morning flight. I took the first flight out of Fort Lauderdale. I think my flight was 6 or 5:35. So I landed in Atlanta, caught a lift to the location. I had to check into my room. My room wasn't ready. because I think I landed like at 8 or something. So I was like, whatever. Went to the restroom in the lobby at my hotel, changed clothes, checked in my bag, called an Uber or a Lyft or whatever to the TSP location. So arrive a day or two before so that you can just get settled, get comfortable, and you can start networking prior to TSP, and if you want to, it's also a great time for you to have a time away to record content or just relax, work on your business. Next, I would say to reserve time alone during the conference and after the conference. So there are so many nuggets that you're going to get, and you don't want that excitement to settle. You don't want that idea to run away. So if you need to peel away for 10 minutes, have your little notebook ready and write. I know like they do give you like a game plan post conference, but sometimes you can't wait. You need to just get it out on paper right then and there. And then schedule some time after the conference. Like if you have to take off from work, take off a day from work because you're gonna need to rest. It's mentally engaging and you're going to need to rest, reset. You might even want to get right to work, but I would highly encourage you to take off a day or two to yourself when you get home from the conference. Identify your pain points prior to going. There's so much information, and all of the information will not be for you. So, for example, there was a panel about doing business globally. Maybe that's not something you want to target in your business right now. So, although that's great information, you want to pay attention to it, write it down because you may revisit that later. But that's not one of the pain points that you have in your business. That's not for you. But when you know like your top three pain points, like for example, I don't know anything about AI. This is a pain point for my business. And I know if I don't understand AI, I need to, get on the ball. So when April Beverly's on stage or I think his name is John Lewis is on stage, I need to pay attention. Um, I need help with my marketing. So there's a speaker on marketing. You want to make sure that you pay attention. I need help with my um systems. So someone on stage talking about systems and automation, like identify your pain points. So when that person's on stage, you can like hone in and then you better know what your action plan will be when you leave TSP. Get to the mic. There will be opportunities where you can ask questions, and there will be opportunities where you can reflect and share what you're going to work on. Get to the mic. I have learned, and this is a tip that I learned from Eric Thomas about 10, 12 years ago. And Eric says, when you're in a room with somebody, who's somebody, put the phone away as far as don't take pictures, take note, and ask questions. I paid for one of Eric Thomas's VIP sessions, I want to say back in 2012. And he was like, okay, any questions? And the room was silent. This was in Miami. He was like, how y'all in the room with me and you don't have any question for me? And so I'm reminded of get over being coy, Tiffany. Ask the question, because someone else in the room may need the question. And one thing that I really liked about Damon John was he was like, yo, ask a question that's for everybody, not just specific to you. So get to the mic, ask questions. Um, and it's just good. It's just good. And you will see the TSP vets, baby, they run to the mic. Woo, 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 woo. And Lamar, they have a great system of like monitoring that too. So I really appreciate that because I have paid for some VIP masterminds. Everybody call they courses masterminds, not child. I have paid for some sessions, and when I tell you, it's just all Q&A about that specific business, and it gets boring. It's not engaging, and it's a little selfish. Okay. Anyway, pay for one-on-one if you want to be just about your business. You feel me? Next, network and automate your follow-up. So I'm guilty of having collected business cards and like I've done nothing with them. So this time I said, you know what, when I collect business cards, I want to do something with them. So One thing I did was I created a form within my CRM system, and it just basically says name and email. So when I collected business cards, I inserted the person's name and email, and they got a hello, how you doing? I'm Tiffany. This is what I do. Tell me about you email. And there's like a sequence of emails that will go out like every 14 days just to follow up and connect with that person because we're great. Well, let me speak about myself. I'm great at collecting business cards and doing nothing with them. And another thing I did, and I'll show you, is on my water bottle, because you do know that at conferences you need just some water. You're gonna always be thirsty. They will have pitchers at water pitchers with little cups. Baby, I be needing water. I need me lots of water. So I put my QR on the back of my cup, and my QR goes to that form, and it just asks them a few questions. People may not do the QR. In the airport, people ask like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Girl, let's connect," But I will, collect the QR, and I would collect their business card and then just pull up my form on my phone. And it helps me too because one thing I'm working on is communicating and networking. I don't like small talk, but I understand that being successful in business and just being a business owner, entrepreneur, CEO, you have to talk to people. You just have to. So that helps me. Like if I don't get everything out, if I don't ask the questions or give information that I want or that I need to know, my follow-up emails help me get that information. And last, set up your game plan post-conference. When you're there, you're going to be excited, you're going to be energized, but you want to have a game plan for when you get home because you get home, your TSP family isn't there with you. Those people that are amping you up, all the nuggets and all that energy, those people are not surrounding you. So it's like when you're there, you're energized to the max. Like nothing can stop you. And you want to have a game plan when you leave. I promise you, when you go, you won't be the same. You know, um, so have a 90-day track game plan. And I did that. I'm kind of on my staycation now. I had a post. When I was there, I sat by myself. After I ate lunch, I found some time to sit, and I'll post a picture here. I found some time just to sit and reflect. I almost went down to the Apple store. I said, if I go on Apple, I'm gonna spend some money. I'm gonna find a reason to need more AirPods or a charger cable. So, you know. But I did sit down. The first thing I did was I was like, okay, when I get home, what am I going to do? And I was like, yo, the first day when I get home is July 1. So I came up, like I listed this, and then I said, okay, I can't do a whole lot. So I need a 90-day execution map, right? Now I will say that, oh, I had to remind myself to watch that video. It was actually kind of good, Divorce in Black. But I will say that Brandy did a great breakdown. She's the host. Can I give it up for Brandy? Can we give a hand clap to Brandy? She's an excellent host. She kept us engaged. She was real cool. She was real cool. So I said, here, I came up with a 90-day execution plan, and there were three things that I said I was going to target. Right. Remember, that's what I say. Know your pain points so that when you go to TSP, you're walking away with what you need to execute first. Right. What are your priorities? Because you won't be able to do everything that you hear about. Just be honest. Okay. And that's another incentive to purchase a replay. The replay. Listen, TSP gives back. I won't quote the amount because I don't remember, but it was a whole lot of money. It was thousands of dollars. So when you purchase the replay or replays, that money went to fund a nonprofit. And this nonprofit is always a Black owned nonprofit. And this nonprofit is dedicated to finding missing Black children, missing Black individuals, because data shows that when Black people go missing, um, there's not as much attention given to it, not as many resources, and not as much money. So this nonprofit was chosen, and y'all, I thought I had a picture of it, but a whole lot of money was given to the nonprofit. So when you purchase the replay, you're getting the information to, watch it again and scale back through it, but you're also contributing to a great cause. So I came up with my 90-day action plan. And let me tell you, like day 2 or day 3, I'm in line and my mentor comes walking down the hallway. I was like, what? So he was there. And like one thing I love about Bird, when I first met Bird, like I ain't really like agree with him all the way. I was like, okay. But I knew that he knew more than I did. So I just kept my mouth shut and listened because I knew it was gonna make sense anyway. He's very tough. He's very tough. He's very straight. I call it bird's nest. When you're talking to him, I call it bird. You're in a bird's nest. So shut your mouth and just listen, even if you don't like it or if it don't feel good, because he's gonna tell you what you need to hear. But I love him to death. And he was like, we need to talk. I said, okay, 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 okay. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Child, about a week later, I'm posting. I was going out of town somewhere else. Honey, he done commented under one of my pictures, like, we need to talk. So I booked the car. I said, okay, Bird shouldn't have to have told me twice. So I went to his calendar because I respect my mentor system, right? I don't just roll up on his phone or in his DM. Like I respect the system and his protocol. One thing about Bird, you just can't call him anyway. So he was like, we need to meet. We met and he he sharpened me, right? And so I had to come up with my 90-day system. So right now I'm on my staycation. Like I put all this together. Well, not the calendars, but I put my whole itinerary and everything together to guide me through my staycation to execute everything that I gather at TSP, my priorities. And I printed out a few copies of monthly calendars from July to December of what I'm going to do. And just to myself, to myself, the rest of the year, it's about me. I've spent so much time, and maybe you resonate with this as well. You spent so much of your time, your talent, your resources, your love, and your passion toward other people and their projects, toward other organizations, toward other groups. And that's great. And it was appropriate for a time as that. But now there are so many of us that have to pivot. And as Bird said, we have to switch our nets to the other side of the boat. And we got to do it for ourselves. So for the next 6 months, I am shutting down on everything and everyone else. And for once, I'm choosing Tiffany and my businesses, my companies. And when I come back, I can serve at a greater scale, And thankfully, I have been through therapy and coaching simultaneously. So people pleasing is out of my system, you know, because that used to be me. I used to want to help everybody, didn't want to offend anybody, wanted to show up for everybody, wanted to say yes to every ask. Not anymore. Not anymore. And I realized that I'm grateful for where I am. I do realize that I have slept on my potential. I have been playing it small. I have left thousands on the table. And it's time out for that. It's time out for that. Like I'm coming out, we swinging hard. So I want to say these are 5 reasons why you should not attend TSP. If you are comfortable and you don't want to get uncomfortable, don't attend. If you are not willing to learn and grow, don't attend. If you want it to be all about yourself, don't attend. If you just want to go to Atlanta to shop around and chill, don't attend. If Black excellence offends you, don't attend. If you are afraid of money, don't attend. Period. Period. That's all I gotta say. So thankful to Lamar, thankful to Ronnie, um, for just their idea, their sacrifice, and their obedience to the vision and carrying it out. So if you have any questions about TSP, um, drop them below. I'll have their website down there too, because the website will tell you more than I really can. I am Tiff. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel as well if you want any tips about systems, automation, and marketing. And thanks for tuning in.